Hello, this is Tiffany with Mellow Vibes, and today I'm going to be sharing with you guys the first secret to finding your purpose. And do me a favor, if you like this video afterwards, you can like the video, you can share the video, and if you want to read more, you can hit the link in the description box for my article that shares some more secrets. But I will be doing a couple more videos on this a little bit later. So when you're trying to figure out what your purpose is, and specifically when you like to do a lot of things and you have a lot of areas that you are actually passionate about or that you like a whole lot, you need to pick one thing. And I know what it is to like a lot of things and to be good at a lot of things and to want to pursue multiple things, but there usually is the one thing that has kind of never changed throughout your life, and you need to pick the one thing and focus on it before you go on to the next thing. So myself, I'm a master multitasker. I like to have my hands in a lot of things at one time, do a lot of things at one time, but I've learned, even especially recently, that I just need to work on one thing at a time. Even when I'm like working, like, okay, I know I can do these several things at once, but let me just do this to completion and move to the next thing. And so you need to do that as well when you're trying to figure out, like, what are you pursuing. When I say it, it's probably the one thing that you like the longest. Like for me, I knew I wanted to be a singer since I was 3. Like that was just a given. Like I just knew it. And the thing is, I tried to do a whole bunch of things at the same time I was doing music, and it just didn't work because I was doing a lot of different things. So just like, okay, well, I'm gonna do this too, I'm gonna do this too, I'm gonna do this too. And my friend, this is like probably, I don't even know, 5-6 years ago, he was just like, pick one thing. And I was like, I can't, I like it all, because I was literally like going to like modeling, going to model auditions and doing a couple photo shoots. I was auditioning for movies and plays. I actually booked a play. I booked a traveling play that would have been traveling all over Asia. Well, it did travel all over Asia. Then I dropped out. I got like one of the lead roles, and I was just like, I don't actually want to do this. And that's when I realized, I'm like, I don't actually want to do this. Not that I wouldn't like to act, but I was like, that just wasn't my thing. That particular, it was like a role in like a children's play, and I was gonna be like the mother of, like, it was like a bird play. Like every character was a bird, and I was like the mother bird. I was just like, no. I was literally doing all kinds of crazy. I auditioned for this role like on the street, on the sidewalk, because the director wanted to see if I would just do it, if I was somebody who would just do what was asked of them. So anyway, I was, gosh, I don't know. I do so many things, and that's the point. So it was just like really hard to focus on what to do, but it's like you're never gonna get anywhere like that. You're never gonna get anywhere like that. You have to pick one. You have to pick the one thing and go on it, go with it like full force until it's, like if you're trying to do multiple things, like for me, my purpose is, to put it simply, to inspire people and to make people feel something. And I do that in multiple ways, which is with my music and writing. My music and poetry kind of go hand in hand. So with my music and my poetry, and with coaching people, I've coached people like my entire life, even without trying to, and I was always somebody that people would confide in. Someone just said that to me, because we basically have the same like astrological chart, and she was just like, you find that people just come up to you and start telling you stuff and telling you their whole life? And I'm like, dude, that's been my life. Like, and for someone who, like, I used to have severe social anxiety, like severe. People, and like the most outgoing people too, like in school, they would just come up to me and start talking to me, and I'm just like, why are they talking to me? And like tell me all this stuff about their lives. And that's how it just kind of started. And then I was like always the person people came to for advice, and I was just like, okay. But like, so coaching kind of just fell onto me, and I ran from it. And then I realized like I really liked to do it, and I really liked guiding people in that way and inspiring them to live in a better way, because I was always like people's moral compass. And so the coaching and the singing were like the two things. So and so I had to focus on one thing. So like I focused on coaching for like a really long period of time. I was getting like business coaching and trying to start from the ground up on like the things that I need to do, then I was just like, okay, I focused on this for a really long time. I'm at a certain point, and then last year, like the end of last year, I was like, let me focus on my music. And so I saw that through to a certain point, and now I'm back at coaching, and now I'm about to start in the music again. And it's like, you just kind of have to do it like that. And yeah, so just pick the one thing that you're super passionate about. Even if there's a couple things, you know, there's something that is you're more passionate about than the others, and go at it full force to completion of a certain project, and then you can try to move on to the next thing. If like for me, like if your purpose like kind of falls over a few things, so like mine does, like music and coaching that's my purpose. And again, it's the overarching thing is the inspiring people through that. And so if you have a couple things, then just make sure you pick the one thing to focus on, go full force at it, and then you can move on to the next thing. So that is it for today, and I hope that was helpful for you, and I will see you guys later.